scientist, but also a guiding force in education, spirituality, and motivation. To celebrate and recognize his monumental contribution, we now have the honor of felicitating Dr. T.P. Sasikumar. For this, may I kindly request our Vice President, Sir, to present a token of our appreciation, respect, and gratitude to our guest. Thank you, sir, for graciously accepting our humble felicitation. It is truly a privilege to honor someone of your remarkable caliber, especially as we recognize your recent achievement in receiving the prestigious Ashoka Award from CWSIR and Associates of Bureaucrats.
Thank you so much.
DPS, teacher, parent, and student. So right now we are in a conglomeration of, we are in a assemble of teachers, parents, and students, where he is going to speak on a very burning topic, I must say, that is science, philosophy, and the present ethical challenges, starting from local till the global. So the topic is very interesting, looking into the personality of the speaker. And this topic, though he suggested initially when I talked to him, when I spoke to him, he suggested let us make it meeting the students or meeting TPS. But I thought, since he is coming here, let me take the suggestions from my colleagues. And some of my colleagues suggested, since he is a scientist, so let us make the topic little bit scientific, so that we will be listening to him not only on theoretical basis, but also we will get the experience he has already collected over the years. And I should not speak much about him. Here is he, and right now his words will speak the personality, and I am no more there to discuss anything about the person, Dr. TPS. But
Namaskaram. Namaskaram. Namaskaram.
Namaste.
I must thank my sister for making it happen. Because last moment, I don't know how did you know? Because Jayanti told you. I did
some
not
sources are there.
I did not message you, right? Generally, what I do is whoever is in contact, I message them.
I had forgotten to inform one. 2022 February 24th, he was on an online talk on karma, that is Gita's perspective. And
This
he's
is your
not,
karma because of that.
right now he is on physical mode. So that is another aspect. He is not new to my college, though physically he is coming for the first
Yeah,
time.
my best professor is COVID.
These are also arts.
He taught me a lot of things. I had a bunch of books, nearly 40 of them. I have gifted all of them there. Only second copies I have here. Okay. I think I know philosophy department, philosophy activities. In philosophy department, what happens? Probably because of COVID.
No, otherwise also it.
Yeah, I think anybody knows the Sanskrit word for philosophy? Yeah. And who is the best philosopher in the world?
Life.
A child?
No. Who has a Sudarshana in his hand?
Krishna.
Krishna. Got it? The weapon for Bhagavan Krishna is philosophy. So whoever is learning philosophy is a student of Dr. Krishna. Correct? And that is what I started learning from my childhood, from my mother. So I think everybody in India learns philosophy. And what is that Bhagavad Gita describes? Bhagavad Gita is a beautiful document for you to learn how to write a PhD thesis. My recent book, I don't have a copy. The book is the latest book is The Gita Way. The title is Gita Way. I had 108 points put in 18 chapters, which are all questions asked by my student from US, who is a computer scientist working with a medical company, must be earning per month what I got in my throughout my life as salary. Very rich. So she, you want me to use it? You want me to use it? Not required actually. I'm audible to everybody, right? No? Yeah, I had one of my first talk from my guru. I am a disciple from Swami Rama tradition. Living with the Himalayan Masters, that is his book. If you have not read, read it. One of the best book in the spiritual world. You know, in the Hindu religion, the highest is called Shankara Peeth. And there is only one person who left that position and said, I don't want to do this administrative job. And he left Shankara Peeth. Nobody leaves such a great position. And that is Swami Rama. What we know today in yoga, somebody says somebody made it in India, United Nations, or it is not a one-day job, 4 months job, 4 years job. There are 3 people who were in America, especially Chicago. Started with Swami Vivekananda, who made the world to listen to India. Correct? And I happened to be in Vivekananda's Institute for Human Excellence in Hyderabad for almost 12 years. While working. Morning I will go 7 o'clock, teach up to 9 o'clock, then go to office, 5 o'clock, 5:30 after office, go to the Vivekananda Mutt, teach up to 8 o'clock. And that was my exercise place where I met a lot of youth. There are a lot of programs. You can listen to some of my lectures on my YouTube. Power of positive thinking, communication skill, personality development, all these, exact 1 hour lecture. Swamijis did not like me, most of them, because they say my English is not good. So he scolded me once. My English is Manglish, Malayalam mixed English. I said, don't worry, your English is Banglish. And the students are all Tanglish, so it doesn't matter. Correct. Anyway, it's not our mother tongue, it's anyway other tongue, right? In Cochin, one of the best colleges, we 3 were there. One Britisher who was teaching English, one American who was teaching English, and me, an Indian English representative, bad English. And while introducing, they told these 2 speakers used to visit India quite often, and then they can speak Hindi. And while me to introduce, the person came to ask my biodata, I said, I never visited America or England, I speak English. Correct. If somebody can take credit of speaking Hindi from abroad, we can all take credit of speaking English being in India, right? We are good. We are much better than all of them. What we should understand is Bhagavan Krishna explained only one philosophy, which all of us want. There are 3 things everyone wants in this world. Anybody can say what are the 3 things? Only 3 things, I'm sure. Or 4 if I want to add one more. Anybody? What is that you want in your life? You think about it. Why are you here in Deshbandhu college? Because peace. Finished, your life is in pieces. See, there are a lot of people who wanted to learn meditation for peace. They all lost their life. They all become totally useless. They lost peace. They lost life.
Sir, dharma, artha, kama and moksha.
Finished. The order itself is wrong. Actually, desire is the first one. Everybody starts with a desire. By mistake, somebody said dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Everybody by-hearted it and saying it. There is no logic for that. Dharma comes only when you do action. Correct? So before that, every action what you have is desire. So the first is kama. Assume I want to come to Deshbandhu college. That is my desire. Okay? But nobody is calling me. What do I do? What do I do? I must find some artha. Somebody asked me, how do you get a lot of people on your YouTube? Just now there was 1 o'clock it uploaded. I think there are 14,000 people already seen. How do you get it? I said, I pay all of them. That's marketing, right? So I find some method of getting my desire satisfied. That is called artha. Artha can be fame. Correct? Artha can be power and position. Artha can be your love towards somebody else. She just called me not because what I know. She knows that, yeah, she loves me so much. So you should meet me. That's the only method to. So we go to somebody for what? For no reason. For somebody they are called for knowledge. So artha can be different. I want to go to Singapore. I don't have money. What do I do? I'll find somebody, please sponsor me. Call me for a lecture. Some Swamiji was there. So he keeps calling me and then saying that, no, all of them paid to the TV. Half an hour lecture on television costs, prime time it costs more than 10 lakhs. Do you think these Swamijis are being invited there? Are the TV fellows fools? I am a management professor. I know how to do business. Nobody is invited there. Somebody sponsors. And they will send it to all their so-called disciples. And they all will say, oh, this Swami should die. Because they can't say no. Right? And they have to. 25,000 rupees, 25,000 rupees. They beg. Because they are basically beggars. Swamijis don't earn by themselves, right? Do any Swamiji earn? They are parasites. Are you getting what I'm saying? Including my Swamiji is a parasite. He himself says I'm a parasite. Because he don't earn. He lives on somebody else. Only rarely Swamijis will say like that. One of my greatest guru was Nitya Chaitanya Yati. He's a psychologist. If you have not read that. Nitya Chaitanya Yati. He was psychology professor in 26 universities all across the globe. 1970s. So, our desire to learn can make us to go to different places. So, kama, artha. If I don't get a ticket, nobody is sponsoring me, I steal money from somewhere and then go to Singapore. That is not dharma. That is what we say, right? Why it's not dharma? Because I may be seeing a lot of things, but I don't enjoy it because anyway I have to come back. I don't know while coming back who is going to receive me. Nearest police station will get the information that I am landing in Chennai, I will be caught there, right? Correct or not? So what will happen? If I go through adharma, I will not be able to enjoy. If you go through dharma, you will enjoy. And that enjoyment for longer term is called a moksha, not temporary. So don't expect all that. Everybody doesn't have great desires. Everybody is not going through that. Even that artha is my desire. Sometime. Actual desire is not my desire. The means of, that is why you are all learning. If you don't get a job, you say that you learn philosophy, you never get a job. Finished. And why did you join in philosophy? Because I did not get any other subject. I have seen millions of students. If I ask, why did you join for civil engineering? My mother told me. Great, yeah. Your mother is a civil engineer? No. Mother's neighbor is a civil engineer. And he is earning a lot of money. That's it. I was the executive director of engineering college. I asked them for interview. No, why are you joining for this? No, don't know why are we joining. Do you really know why are you learning this? Most of them don't know. Expecting that you will get what? You become a professor. Money. One of the main thing which everybody wants is money. Very rarely you see people who don't want money. Because somebody else is taking care of them. 100%. Correct. Second one is money. Dhanam, artham. What he said is that artham. That is one requirement. Because there is a desire, I want artham. Kama, moksha and all is not my desire. That may come, may not come. Second one, In that artham, one can be power position. Somebody wanted, they will also bribe to get a position. So what are they doing? The money they are giving to get a position. Correct? So another desire is getting into a power position. And third one, knowledge. You are here not to get money. You are not here to get power and position. Is it for that? No, it's to get some knowledge. It's not told by me. Vedandago brahmanaha kshatriyo vijayi bhavet vaishyo dhana savruddhaha shudra sugamapniyat. Heard this somewhere? No. Wonderful. We are Indians. Heard Vishnu Sahasranamam? Correct. This is the sloka of Dhyana sloka of Vishnu Sahasranamam. When Vishnu Sahasranamam was taught by whom to whom? Yeah, he was on a beautiful arrow bed. Almost to Krishna Rama Govinda he will go. That was on November 22nd. And up to January 14 he has to stay because Ayanam changes. Then only he get moksha. So that 40-50 days he was sleeping there. Dharmaputra got the power. Then he asked, who? Because of Charvaga came and asked, you are doing wrong things. Killing a lot of people is wrong. Correct? That you killed your cousins, killed your guru, killed your Pitamaha also. Charvaga said, how can you be called as Dharmaputra? You are not Dharmaputra, you are Adharmaputra. Today you cannot talk this to a chief minister. But those days, to a Raja also, somebody can tell. And those people were given Rishi Padavi. Charvaga is a great Muni. A critic is given a professor's post. Professor of criticism, we also have, right? So criticism is not finding fault. It is Nirupanam. What is it? Nirupanam. Nirupanam means which doesn't have a shape. Giving a shape is called a criticism. Which is not correct, make it better. Then Dharmaputra said, yeah, right, I am going to go for penance. I have done a lot of papa. So what is to be done? Let me go for penance. No more wish for becoming the power and position. Then Krishna said, even if you go for penance, not in this Janma, next 14 Janmas, whatever you have done cannot be washed away. So what is to be done? Go and rule the country, that's it. If you go for penance, you are doing it as an individual. But if you go and rule the country, you are doing it as a king. So what is ethics? Your subject has got one term, ethics. I am coming to that. What is ethics? Not what you are doing. Where, when, why, how, in front of whom, for whom you are doing. That determines it is ethics. There is nothing called ethical in the Bharatiya Sankalpa. What I am doing in front of somebody is ethical, but if I do the same thing in a closed room, it is unethical. Are you getting what I am saying? I can pat her saying that, yeah, good girl. But if I do the same thing in a dark room, in the college, finished. Understood what I am saying? Something which you cannot do open should not be done in closed. What you do in closed cannot be done in open. So where, when we have Pakistan border, lot of soldiers. Do you think they have some enmity to the Indian soldiers and Pakistan soldier, Indian soldier, they have some enmity? So he says, I am not your enemy, I will not kill you. Finished. He will lose his job. He is standing there for what? Killing the other fellow if he crosses. What is there if I cross once? No, you are not supposed to do it. Who said? It's not correct as far as the country is concerned. And assume that he killed 100 people and he comes back after a war to his village. Everybody will decorate him. Member of parliament will come. Chief minister will come. MLA will come. And some small neighbor of him says, one lady was there, he says, she comes and says, my husband every day drinks and then beats me. Please kill him. You already killed 200 people. One more fellow, why can't you kill? They are all innocent people you killed and you got awards. Correct? And there is one cruel fellow who is disturbing him. Why can't you please kill him? This brave fellow kills him. What will happen? Yesterday everybody decorated him. Soon after that police will come and put him in jail. Right? So killing is wrong or? No, killing is not wrong. But killing where, when, why, how, for whom? You understood? Ethics is that. I am an advocate. I am LLB. My job is somebody kills somebody comes and tell me that no, I killed this person. Don't worry, I will save you. That is my ethics. That's my professional ethics. Correct? Therefore, I know how to lie in front of the court with a lot of people standing. I know it is lie, but still I will lie in front of everybody. But I cannot go and practice this in my house. My wife will know. She will catch me and say, you are only an advocate in the court, but here I am the judge. Understood? Very difficult. You cannot practice what you practice somewhere else. A surgeon is one who has to cut somebody's body. He is licensed to cut somebody. But he can only cut inside the hospital on the operation theatre, not at his house. Are you getting? I have a dharma. He only gave me the ideas. Dharma. What is my dharma? Where, when, what I do in front of whom, that is my swadharma. Swadharma in house is different. The same person comes here. She is not wife, she is not mother, she is a professor. So what she does as a mother, she can scold the child. But same child is your student in your class, you cannot scold because you are a professor. Under the rule. 18 years, many of you are above 18, right? Senior. Freedom. Government recognized. Yes or no? No. Inside college, you are a student and you have a guardian. Are you getting? Assume you do some small mistake. You cannot say that, no, I will challenge you. No, you cannot challenge. You have signed. Any mistakes of mine, my parents can be called and said, parents, take this fellow out. Finished. Inside the college, even somebody who is whatever level he is, a student is a student. They are not having any independence. They are not independent. They are dependent. Dependent on whom? Their parents. Even if you pay your fees, doesn't matter. Indian government, America it is different. America up to +2 only dependency. After +2, every daughter and son will get a farewell party from the house. I attended many of them. However rich you are, after 12th, the girl or boy must get a farewell party. Tata bye bye. When they have to come back to their house, they should take permission from father and mother. Because they are independent, they have to make their own money, they have to choose what they wanted to study. So, that is why we say law of the land. What is ethics in America cannot be ethics in India. Correct? I was in the committee of ethical research in science. Bhargava was the chairman. CCMB, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology. Mohan Rao was there. He is a great zoologist. Fingerprint analysis. Lot of cases, all that is referred to Hyderabad today because that is one of the best lab, fingerprint analysis. And I was in Delhi when the DNA research was happening. We can create life, we can change life. I don't know how many of you seen the movie called The Ship of Theseus. Yesterday I was mentioned to somebody who was traveling in my car. No? Yesterday while going, I was mentioned. Ship of Theseus. What's the movie name? No, it's there on YouTube. See, I'm a movie fan. I keep seeing all the movies. The day of release, I will see. Hindi, Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, all these movies I finish. There are a lot of things to learn. Ship of Theseus is a beautiful movie. I think 6 small bits of movies made by young filmmakers. I'm also into movies. So there, the story is, the Ship of Theseus is a beautiful concept. There is a big ship. It's not working now. It's taken to the garage. Okay. But most of the parts are very good. So what do? They take best parts out of it, and whenever some other ship comes, place it there. Say the ship name is Ganga. Now Ganga is living in many ships. Are you getting? And the major part is the main motor which is working in a other ship. Do you rename that ship as Ganga? because the main part is there. Assume now today there are a lot of replacement of eyes, replacement of heart, replacement of kidney, replacement of liver. Who are you? You are with all these spare parts. Correct? And the movie starts with a young girl who can take beautiful photographs, scanning from the sound. She's blind. A beautiful movie, you should see that. She clicks beautiful pictures just from the sound, and she knows what's happening there. Without eyes, she's taking pictures, and those pictures are wonderful. But somebody gifted an eye, and she got the eyes back, finished. She is not able to take any good photographs. So what is her power? Here. What is our power? Is it the Indriyas? Are we recognized by Indriyas? Assume that my eyes are given to somebody else. Do you think they can see the way I have seen? The drishti, the darshana is not the darshana of the lens. Inside the lens, there is a cell, and that cell has a consciousness. I am not my heart, no. Somebody gives their heart to somebody else. Deshbandhu college, immediately the first year itself. My heart is for you. Finished, no? Then seeing them, a heart attack will increase. They see somebody else, heart attack comes here. All that can happen. So your heart is, we say, that is why we say better half. There is a great poet in Kerala, Malayalam. He said, I am not marrying because my better half will be somebody else. So I am losing my best half. I don't want to part myself, so I am not marrying. He's a beautiful poet. He wrote a lot of great poetry like that. So life is not, I am not the heart. Today, my video which is posted at 1 o'clock is called Aura. You know what is Aura, right? Aura is the life force energy around me. What is life force energy? It's not this body which you are seeing is speaking now. Is it the body speaking? Now what is speaking? It is not the zoology. It is not the zoology. It is not the cell. No cell is bounded together with a Fevicol. Is it? If you zoom a zoology professor with a 10 power minus 20, if I can zoom inside, huge microscope, go inside, what do I see? Atoms. Correct? So a biology professor with a bigger microscope will become chemistry professor. A chemistry professor with a bigger microscope will go inside the nucleus and see, become a physics. Correct? My son is a physics nuclear scientist. So his job is cutting the nucleus to change the shape so that the energy increases. Isn't the nuclear energy in the America with the government? Oak Ridge Labs. So I asked him which knife you use to cut it. If I want a tomato to cut, I should have a knife which is smaller than the tomato size, right? Otherwise I can only smash it. The sharpness should be less than that. So you can imagine the cutting knife is smaller than the neutron, and that's an electronic. That's why it is called electronic. 10 power minus, no, 6 is gone. That was microbiology. When zoology people thought that no, up to 10 power minus 6 it became microbiology. Biology, it is still called biology. Microbiology is biology. But 10 power minus 9, life is lost. So it became nano technology. There is no nanobiology because 10 power minus 9 zoom you do it, life is lost. 10 power minus 13 it goes, it becomes chemistry. Atoms, electrons, neutrons, protons. Inside that again you go, you will see nucleus. Life is not there. So what is the core content of all of our cells? Lifeless. Then atom. Atom has a consciousness. That is why electrons are going around the neutrons. Ask this question, why electrons are going around the neutrons? Ask this question, why All the planets are going around. Why? Science can explain it is going around. Kepler will tell you. Correct? Bohr will tell you what happens inside atom. Kepler will tell you what happens in the cosmos. Is both same. It happens. Ask him why. Which is your mother tongue? Hindi? Or whichever. All Indian languages are equal. Second alphabet is what? Ah. That is the answer for most of the science ultimately. Understood? Anything which you don't understand, what do you say? Ah. That is why first for sitting in the class you should know the first alphabet. Everything understood. Ask a question, second alphabet will come as answer. Finished. Life is like that. You have no answer in science. No answer in science. And that cell which is in my eye is same as that cell which is in my ear. In all the indriya, same cell. But why is it behaving differently? It is able to see here. When it is here, it is able to hear. When it is here, smell. When it is here, the skin quality is. How is it? I am in my house, I am a husband, I am a father. When I am in a court, I am a lawyer. When I am here, I am a teacher. When I sit there, I become a student, you become a teacher. So we play different roles. That's called consciousness. In our cell, we have got not the cell which is explained by biology like a DNA. There is a consciousness associated with that, which is told in our Upanishad. Ena chakshushana pashyanti, ena chakshunshi pashyati. The ear in my eye, ear knows, the cell knows, the eye inside that cell knows I am sitting there, therefore behave like a eye. Ena chakshushana pashyanti, ena chakshunshi pashyati. Because the cell is there. Science cannot explain this. Nobody can explain. I worked with the DNA experts. No, we don't know. It's happening like that. And who heals your wound? I was in Delhi, 2009, 7 to 9. I was cutting a mango. The knife has gone from here, came out here. Beautiful, wonderful. Signal is still there. Yeah, it's here. You can see it. Correct? Yeah, wonderful. What would have done normally? You run to the hospital, right? What do the hospital do? They stitch it. What is stitching? Putting them together. Correct? I can also put them together. Hold it like this for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. Open it and see. You are still not healed. Close it like this and pray for healing. You don't have to pray. The pain will make you to pray. But if you go to hospital, they will give you a sedation. You will not even pray. Understood? When you know there is a pain, the cell is giving you a instruction that something went wrong. We are all working for that. Keep quiet. Are you getting? That's called biofeedback. That's because of the consciousness. Every cell, the cell never did that job earlier. Did they do stitching job? No. No, never it has done. And if you look at it after half an hour, you will see a gum. After cut, you look at it, there will be a gum produced. Where is that gum? So many cells in your body dies for making the gum. What a great consciousness. Who taught this? Who taught this? Second alphabet. No answer for this. You know, you get beautiful mango, which is the most tastiest mango, you know, when the flower is the most fragrant. That's how you can test. You check the flower is fragrant, lot of bees will come. And all the bees will lay eggs there. And then that becomes a mango, the kacha mango, green mango, inside that eggs will be there. Who taught these bees that you go and then lay egg there so that inside the mango it will be there for next few months, and after that the mango starts ripening, the egg will become worms. The worms are not coming from outside. The worms are from inside. Who taught these flies? 126 different types of can be explained by science? No, it cannot be explained. Pupa, larva, butterfly. And immediately after, if you don't cut it and kill it, the mango will fall. You can see that becomes a butterfly and flies. Vidhada. There is some energy in the world which teaches. Once you know that, this becomes a philosophical class. explaining that in our level, our knowledge, that becomes a science. That's it. Very simple. Why is the planet like this? God only knows. Why all the planets are not falling? Where it can fall. Akrishti shaktistu mahitaya yadghastam swabhimugam swashaktya agrishyate, etc., etc., etc. Many lines are there. Last says padattvayam khe. You don't know where to fall because there is no up and down in the space. We say that everything falls down, right? There is no up and down in the space. And they attract each other. This planet attracts this planet attracts that planet, everything attracts each other. It balances by itself. That's called capital G. Before capital G or small g was invented by who? Newton. It happened long back. How did they do that? Second. Ask the chemistry teacher. Did they see atoms? But they speak a lot of things about atoms, right? Without seeing, they will see. They have not seen atoms. You want to see atoms now? You want to see atoms? You can see. You have a hair. That thickness is, you know the thickness of your hair. Cut that into that thickness, you make a square. Take the hair, in that thickness you cut it. It will become invisible. But that will be when a projector gives light in a dark room, you will see a lot of particle moving. That's called Rajaha. What's it called? Rajaha. Take a small glass of pure water, put a torchlight. What you will see inside is called Rajaha. Jala andara gade bhano yat sushmam drishyade rajaha tasya trimshattama bhagaha paramanu didesmrdaha. Divide that into 300 pieces. What you will get is an atom. There was no telescope. They had a Mendelscope. Now we have only telescope, no Mendelscope. And if somebody says, some student says, no, I don't know how to imagine 300 times. Many of you must be thinking like that, right? One more line the poet added. Nani nam drishti gojaraha. If your buddhi is working only, you can imagine. What a great imagination. What a great power of thinking. Do you think somebody has gone to Himalaya to see the Mechanus Gold movie? Have you seen the English movie, Mechanus Gold? What Janma is this? Yeah, you don't see movies. Mechanus Gold. I remember seeing Mechanus Gold, old English movie. But then I was flying to Europe. I had seen the Mechanus Gold. Really beautiful. The sunrise will reflect on the mountains. It will become golden color. Actually, there is no gold. You feel like there is gold. That is the beauty of that orange reddish color. When it mixes with white reflections, it looks like. That is why we called the richest king was there in Himalayas. Who is that king? That also you know. Who is the richest king from Himalayas? In the mythology, old Puranas. And his no, he's a, that is in Kailash. Kubera, you heard of this? Yeah, when I say now I know. Kubera is the richest king. Okay, Kalidasa wrote Megha Sandesham. Megha Sandesham is a beautiful poetry in which the god for the Kubera is Yaksha. And Yaksha got recently married. He is not able to meet his wife. So the Yaksha is sending message through the Megha. Today through internet. That day it was Megha. That's only the difference. The concept was there. And that became a poetry and that is called Megha Sandesham. Sandesham means message. Megham, cloud. Through cloud he has sent messages. Yachachakri Janakatanaya Snana Punyodageshu Kashchil Kanda Viraha Guruna Viraham. Swadhikara Pramatta Shabiyana Stangamidam. Beautiful concept, you know? Through Megha which he can send message. Narada. Who is Narada? Who is a messenger? A news telecaster. Yesterday did we speak this? Yeah. Narada. Narada is one who sends messages. And what is today? You ask anything, Narada knows. Whatever happens everywhere, he knows, right? So who is Narada? www. Today's internet. Narada is equivalent to Google today, right? Yes or no? We had a concept, forget about whether Rama used or Ravana used or that time it was there. Helicopter? No. Aircraft only. Not small one, bigger one. What a great concept. The science is visualizing? No. Science is making? No. Engineering is making. Product comes from technology. Making comes from engineering. Science is the basic for engineering. But science comes only when you have an imagination. That imagination is philosophy. That's what you wanted, right? Is there an ethics? There is no ethics. We cannot explain, you cannot experiment. Sakshat anubhava irdrushto na sruto na guru darshitaha lokanam upakaraya etat sarvam pradarshitam. Definition of science is that. Not necessarily which I can explain. When you eat food, is it digesting? It is giving energy to you. Do you know the science of that? No doctors knows. The liver function test, LFT, they do. But about liver, every doctor in this world knows only 10%. Why is it? No, nobody knows. They will only give some chemistry to balance it. Once finished, it starts mishandling you. No purification happens. The chemical factory of your body gets imbalanced. Curing is difficult. Liver cirrhosis. Most of the people die with that. The reason? Chemistry imbalance. Who made this chemistry so perfectly should work like a refinery in our body? What a great mechanism is that. How to repair little bit here and there, that also only we know 10%. But who made this? Is it science? No. That is beyond science. So where science ends, spirituality starts. And that spirituality is epistemology. Epistemology is what you learn in. Correct? What is epistemology? The data is there. Data I perceive the way I wanted to perceive it, analyze it, that becomes my information. My information is different, your information is different. And that information is not the truth. It's only a fact as I perceive. You're all listening to my lecture. Somebody asked the question, I gave an answer immediately. Yeah, I understood. I said, I myself did not understand. How can you understand it? I was telling from some perception which I have. The perceiver perceives the way the perceiver wants to perceive and not the way the speaker wants the perceiver to perceive. Are you getting? The perceiver perceives the way the perceiver wants to perceive and not the way the speaker wants the perceiver to perceive. So your perception is entirely different. It depends on what background knowledge you have. You will start judging, criticizing, analyzing, and then say, yeah, that lecture was weak. This man is not useful. That's not my problem. Frequency doesn't match. Understood? No science. See, you enter in a bus, all seats are vacant. You will start looking where to sit. You are so greedy, no? Yes or no? The seat, there is only one seat vacant, what you will do? You will run and sit there. There are more seats, what you will do? You will start analyzing which seat is good for me. And then you sit somewhere, somebody comes and sits. I didn't like him. I didn't like her. You will start shifting to some other seat. Why? Why you don't like somebody? Why you like somebody else? There is a frequency match. A physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual frequency all of us have. Why are we listening to some saint's lecture? Shankaracharya's lecture is beautiful because he looks so handsome. Is it because of that? No. In a movie, you love somebody because, yeah, handsome. Correct? I love zoology because zoology master is so fantastic. No, the intake is very good. They're all B.Tech. That's why I keep saying you have to tech inside. That's only they become B.Tech. It is not your physical, emotional, intellectual, social frequencies are called biorhythm. I remember 22 years back I gave a lecture on biorhythm. There is a book called Seedling I was mentioning yesterday. In that biorhythm is mentioned. Every one of us have. We don't know the reason why I love him, why I liked him. Yes, I expected this fellow to be like this. He is not like this. How? We don't know. Physically it was good, but emotionally was not in good rhythm. So all these rhythms are feelings. The feelings cannot be explained. You love your mother. Can you show? Is it science? You cannot show science. You cannot show. That doesn't mean you cannot show. You cannot believe it is there, right? So some experimentable, what can be shown is called science. No. Science have also included in Bharatiya Shastram. When I am not saying science, I am saying Shastram. Shastram is different from science. The confusion between the science and the ethics and philosophy and all, because Dharma Shastram is a Shastram. It is not a science. Don't translate. Once you translate, meaning is gone. I love somebody. Immediately they will say love somebody means, yeah, you have something in mind. I love my mother. Finished. That concept of love itself has gone different, right? The love for mother is different. Love for a girlfriend is different. Love for my son is different. In Indian terminologies, these have different meanings. Saraswati. What is Saraswati? Saraswati Vandanam. What is Saraswati? Why? That is an explanation. God as Lord and all, Lordship and all that. That's a British explanation. What is the meaning? Saram. Saram is the essence, content. Swati is Swati. I know the essence. I can understand the essence. That is Saraswati's blessing. And I can understand the essence. I can explain to you only when Brahma is inside him. That's why Saraswati's husband is Brahma. It's all conceptual. Concept is philosophical. Epistemology is there inside. That is your knowledge. But my knowledge and your knowledge may not match each other. It depends on contextual. Where, when, why, how, who does it. So it becomes contextually. That's where I started. So knowledge creation is inside you. Information is inside you. Data is given by somebody else. Everybody reads same, but entirely it can be different. Life is very simple. This book I wrote in Delhi only. 2007-9 I was writing this book. Life made simple. No, life is not that simple. You make it complicated. That is philosophy's job. Anything what you give easily can be solved to give to a philosopher. Make it very complicated. That is why philosophy is complicated. Darshana Shastram is complicated. Every child life is very simple. Correct? As you learn more and more, what will happen? Become more and more complicated. I've got an eye specialist who says, if you are not padhe likhe nahi hai, to theek hai. In 10 minutes I can test your eyes. But you are little qualified, finished. You will start testing the doctor. You went there to test your eyes, but he will say, yeah, are you able to read? Yeah, I am able to read. He will, no, but earlier one was better. Actually, what he does is he puts it down, put the same thing back to test you. He has seen a lot of patients, you have seen a lot. I used to sit there when I was learning psychology. I used to sit in doctor's cabin to check how psychologists will test, how patients will test a psychologist. When you learn more and more, life becomes more complicated. But that's a big lesson. She is taking a picture when I was showing this book. Open one random page. What did you get?
What is real life? What is real life?
Is it your concern now?
No.
What is your real life? Do you think about this dynamics of life, defining life? Go philosophically, look at it. This book is that which just writes on random thoughts, not by me. Somebody writes to me when before Facebook we had Orkut, right? A lot of students on Orkut. They will ask me a lot of questions. I'll answer all of them. So this book is that. What is real life? What is life? Why am I living? Is it the way I have to live? Should I redefine? Is it the course which I have to take? Somebody will have confusion. They will ask me. I'll write an answer. So this has got left and right justified books. One book for you. This is one book which I read, Mindset Mastery, which I wrote with Azerbaijan. Again, Orkut gifted friend, who is a psychologist from Azerbaijan, Baku. We wrote a book together. I did not go there. Another book for me. And I wrote a book in Delhi which is called How You Can Teach from the... We have a CEC, Center for Educational... Correct? I studied there 1 month. We had an MIT professor who taught us adaptive learning. How to get adapted to the students, how to get adapted to the audience, how to speak to them. I studied there. When I was director for academic staff college, teaching professors was my job as a director for academic staff college. So I came here to learn. At the end, I wrote a book which is called Adaptive Learning. After that, I rewrote that during the COVID time because the world is too fast today. Many people speak about 21st century education. Heard of this? What do they say? 21st century education. Many people would have given lectures. You Google it, you will see thousands of them. I say, stupid fellows. I am a mathematician. Century is 100 years. And in this country now, we are talking about 100 years of education. Is it 100 years? For last 5 years, things have changed, right? Yes or no? So why are we talking about 21st century education? Who took birth now and he is going to die soon? He will not see this 100 years. Not in the front, not in the back also he has not seen. World have changed. After 75 years, after the colonization, things have changed. And now still we are singing the same song, London Bridge is falling down. It is still not fallen down for last 200 years. Are you getting? Where is London Bridge? It is not in London. It was falling down when the poet wrote. American people took it and then replaced in Arizona in USA. The student also sings, you also sing, teacher also sings. Everybody is on same ground. That is knowledge. Correct? At least somebody should Google, na? I never studied in kilograms, L kilogram, U kilogram. So therefore I started Googling all the meaning. Then I realized these are all bogus, useless, British. Yes, sir. I hate this word, sir. Lord Krishna. Lordship. Now Devi will become Lady Devi. See, we have to think very seriously what we are speaking. That is knowledge. So I rewrote this, and my world today is third decade of, repeat, third decade of, we are living in which world? Third decade of 21st century. So the world is 3, 2, 1 world. Which world is this? 3, 2, 1 world. You will see only DrTPS name in Google. 3, 2, 1 world, DrTPS. You will get some answers. So I rewrote the book, The 3, 2, 1 World Education. Adaptive learning in the 3, 2, 1 world. And then recently I went to Sri Lanka. I wrote 3, 2, 1 world, how adaptive learning has to be in Sri Lanka. With an education department there. Okay. So this is another 2 books. And recently I was talking about all the indriyas. How do we accept another? You can see and learn, hear and learn, smell and learn, touch and learn, taste and learn. Learning is through indriyas. If learning is through indriyas, it has to be related to the world around you, and that is 5-elemented education. So I wrote a book on B-elemented education and life in the 3, 2, 1 world. That's another book. Okay. If somebody wanted to do civil service, this is a prelims handbook available to me. And this is teacher's role in the 3, 2, 1 world. These are all my books. And another one, this is my poetry. Where is the photographer? Yeah. He is busy talking to you. No, not for taking my picture, don't worry. The photo is taken by my son. He is a good photographer. This is Chaupati beach, on the beach. So I use my son's photographs for my cover page. I designed, the whole book is designed. That's 100 poems. 100 poems. And this is life in the 3-2-1 world, harmony. Teachers again. And you know what is SDG? No, all that what you have in sustainable development goals, you read Indian Bharatiya Sanatana Dharma, you will see exactly same points in our Bharatiya Sanatana Dharma. Okay, so what is SDG? Sanatana Dharma goals. So I wrote SDG as 108 Sanatana Dharma goals. So you'll see a lot of philosophy from Upanishads in there. Now tell me, is it science? Yes. Because that's all about life. LIFE. What is life? Live in full enjoyment. Enjoyment is science? No. Enjoyment is not science. It cannot be. Correct? Dance is science? Yes. Dance is enjoyment. Nirta Shastram, Saundarya Shastram, Sangeeta Shastram. In Bharatiya Sankalpa, everything that is useful for human being is called a Shastra. It's not by me. There is a great chemist in Andhra Pradesh, 13th century. There is a university in his name. Anybody can name it? There is a fertilizer company in his name. There are a lot of medical shops in his name. Aurobindo medical shop. He is from Andhra Pradesh. Wonderful, good girl. Nagarjuna. Nagarjuna's poetry is what I said just now. Sakshat anubhavair drishto na sruto na guru darshitaha lokanam upakaraya etat sarvam pratashita. What a beauty. And don't accept anything. That is Bharatiya Shastra. Philosophy is always also like that. Don't accept. Reject it. Start arguing. Then knowledge will come new. Yukti yuktam ubadeyam vajanam balakadabi anyatra namavatyajyam apyuktam brahmakadabi. Even Brahma comes and tells you this is dark night, you tell him you are Anta. That is why you are seeing it. I am also seeing it and it is light. You can even challenge God and goddesses in Bharatiya Sankalpa, which you cannot do in any other religion. So Indian science is challenging. That is philosophy. Derive knowledge. That is epistemology. Correct? Knowledge from knowledge to knowledge to knowledge. With your panoramic view, direct view, side view, convex, concave, whatever lens you want, put all that. Take your knowledge. That is called the Bharatiya philosophical epistemological knowledge system. Good enough? Good enough. So what did you learn?
You get to know through interaction only.
That is what I want. So ask your friend, what can we ask this fellow? Have a discussion. Acharyat padamadate padam shishya swamedeya padam sa brahmacharibhya padam kalakramena cha. You should discuss with your friends. That is called a brahmachari. Brahmacharyam is, that is why you all getting B degree. BA, BSc, BCom, BTech. All starts with the B, correct? What is B? Brahmachari. What is Brahmachari? What is bachelor? Your translation is knowledge for you. And if I don't understand, you will translate in some other language. German, French. Google will tell you all this translation. No, Brahmachari is, Brahmam is Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Inside your Hridaya, there is a creativity. And my creativity was moving in philosophy for 3 years. I became a bachelor of philosophy. And then I can become a master of philosophy. So that will come only when you discuss with the philosophy between your friends. But if you discuss with the samosa, then you become a samosa bachelor. You discuss about a movie, you become a movie bachelor. You discuss about food, it becomes a food bachelor. Cinema bachelor, sari bachelor, jeans bachelor, market bachelor. So many bachelors are there. You are a philosophy bachelor, right? So what you should discuss? Philosophy. I have got, I don't know, in this poetry. Another poetry book which I wrote, Life of Love, you can download it from the internet. One of my poetry, when one of my brotherly friends' daughter was celebrating 20th birthday. So I wrote a poetry, Teen to 20. 19 to 20. That is teen to 20 was the point. Then later I renamed it as Philos to Agape. What is Philos? Philosophy, Philos. What is Philos? Blind love. Okay, the teenager loves in the corridor hidingly. And that love is called a Philos, hiding love. And then you get promoted to Eros love. What is Eros love? The husband and wife. They're meeting together, you will get punishment. But after marriage, you go for another marriage of somebody, some other functional. Why you did not bring your wife? Understood? Just reverse. That is called a Eros. Eros is satellite name from Israel also. That's why I learned that word. I was buying data from Eros satellite. Then I started Googling. Eros is a philosophical word, a great word. That's why I learned. Then I thought I should change the name of the poetry. I thought Philos to Eros. Because 19 you became 20. Your engagement can be done. Correct? Until then, no permission. And then it becomes, after that also difficult. Husband is husband. Husband. Wife is very invited forever. No, for some places in Andhra Pradesh and all, it's wealth in full enjoyment. WAF. They get a lot of dowry. Right? Yeah, now he got it. Understood? So I wrote Philos to Eros, and there is a time when you cannot survive without your partner because your eyes are not working. There is a, I think, crackjack or some chocolate advertisement is there. The husband and wife sits, the chocolate is given. This man was nicely eating, and the wife was looking at it, and he gave the chocolate. Still the chocolate is there, he is looking at him. Not able to eat because no teeth. Then the husband takes the teeth. What a great advertisement is that. That is love. Share everything. Anga. Anga is like that. That name is called Anga. Anga. Anga means every spare part. Every spare part has to be contributed to each other. I have not seen better advertisement than this for showing love. So that love is called a agape. What's it called? A agape. So I wrote the poetry called Philos to Agape. Yeah. Questions. Quest is there, then questions will come. Brahma is there, questions will come. Yeah. Think what I can ask you.
Refer to some of the ethical challenges, present ethical challenges.
That is present ethical. Every day this ethical challenge. Where, when, why, how, why should I do? Why did you join for this? Parent told me. That's where I started. Confusion. Present day is full of confusion, conflicts. If I do this problem, if I don't do this problem, you have a buddhi which says do, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Every day, small things also you have this problem. I want to have ice cream. Sore throat. I cannot have ice cream. My buddhi will say don't eat, sore throat will come. My manas will say have it, have it. Feeling push you to things. Every problem in the world is conflict between H and the H. Heart and the head. And that is why Mahatma Gandhi was called the man of conflictology. Know this? Einstein to physics is Mahatma Gandhi to conflictology. One of my lecture in Calicut University was that. Einstein to physics is, when you say physics, you know Einstein's name. Whenever conflict is there, you have to think about Mahatma Gandhi. It's not that simple. When everybody is striking, immediately you will say, no strike from now. What a conflicting method is that, right? He used all conflicting methods. So conflict is day to day. Mahatma Gandhi had a different conflict, we have a different conflict. What to eat, where to eat. That's your conflict. That's it. But that also depends on, both friends are going, they say, tata, bye-bye, I have another meeting, I'll go. Immediately after that, they will go to the ice cream shop because they don't have to, otherwise they have to pay the money, right? So your challenge is that all the time. You start thinking too much. Your brain is so brilliant than you. That's a problem. So you'll have conflict between the H and H. Come on.
Sir, I just want to
No, sir. Dr. TPS.
DrTPS.
I left Britain long back.
Sorry. DrTPS, I just had one question. Like you were telling that ethics is different to different people.
Yeah.
So you referred to Swadharma. So I just wanted to know, is this Swadharma a plural aspect of truth or a subjective aspect of
Subjective. Rama was wedded to Sita. Just because Rama was Sita's husband, Sita also have to go to forest. Lakshmana also went because he's a brother. Did they do something wrong? Did Rama do something wrong? Is it better to listen to the father or the wife? Was the conflict for Rama? Was that the conflict? Why? Wife would have definitely told, no, don't listen to this old fellow, yeah, he will die. You are going to be the king soon. Or kill him. That was what happened in all the Mughal story. What do you learn? The king kills the other king and then become king, right? But Indian Bharata, Mahabharata, you will not listen to that. It's an ethical war for the Dharma Shastra. And that Dharma Shastra is conflicting because Sita and Lakshmana, everybody has to go to that too, another wife recommendation. What a story is this? Don't you feel like that? Ramayana is all like that, no? So where is the conflict? What is to be done? It is not listening to father, it is listening to the Maharaja. Bharata was not Rama's father. Bharata was more than. You understood? Kudumba Dharma is the father. But Rajya Dharma is higher than Kudumba Dharma. If you don't understand this, you will interpret in a different style. Understood? Your Dharma as you have a different roles in your life. You have a role that you should go with the friend for a movie. But you have another role, you have to go with your father for a marriage of the father's brother's daughter or son. Conflict. Which one needs to be? Should you listen to the friend or should you listen to the... So one Kudumba Dharma, one professional Dharma, one individual Dharma, one Samuha Dharma, one Rashtra Dharma. It says it goes by step. When many people are affected, that is to be given priority. Understood? Assume Prime Minister's wife is hospitalized. Do you think he will take leave and sit to the Stephanie? He don't have time. Does it mean that no, he don't have love towards his wife? No, that's not the reason. He has got a bigger role to play. So your role is more important and context is more important and that becomes more ethical than anything else. Understood? You have to prioritize. Life is prioritizing. No. Life is not prioritizing, balancing role, goal, values. This is one exercise which I do during my camps. Role, goal, values. I have a goal, I have a role, and I have some values. I must decide what is to be done. Understood? That's where we should know how to react to situations. I was leaving the other college for this class. I had to reach here by 2 o'clock. I'm sure I cannot reach, but 12:15 I stopped, 45 I stopped to my class. The lady who was cooking morning itself said, I am going to make lunch for. I said, no lunch, I cannot have time because I want to extend it maximum. And then immediately she was ready with a packed food. I was inside the car, she came. I hugged her and said, very good. She would have felt so bad if I don't take it. Correct? So what is my ethics? I must make her happy, but I should also put my timing, right? I can sit there and eat and then my value system is gone. So we should balance all this. Balancing this is life. You must have that ability to balance things. And most of them come with the Purva Janma Krita Sukrita. One of the poetry in my other book is Arrow from Shadow. In one Janma, Rama has given a arrow from the shadow and killed. Next Janma, Krishna gets an arrow and he gets killed. In one Janma, Lakshmana got suffered, just now we said, because of Rama. So next Janma, the elder brother of Krishna, Balarama, keeps on haunting him. A drunkard. Difficulty, most of his difficulty at home was elder brother. This happened. Good enough? Tata bye bye. Anything more to ask? Google DrTPS. DrTPS. Okay? 950-20-38875. That's my number. You can get my number also from my YouTube. 950-20-38875. This also will come on YouTube. So Google DrTPS on YouTube, you will see this. Many philosophy lectures. I think Philosophy Day in North Bengal University, I gave a talk on war, ethics
Now you
in
can discuss something about Israel.
ethics.
Ethical challenges, under ethical challenges.
Now, today's politics, there is no ethics, there is only ego. No ethics, it's only ego. And why do we want to discuss about Israel, what is happening there? You know, India is going to be in a big trouble. All the neighboring countries are in trouble. Sri Lanka, political turmoil. Myanmar, political turmoil. Afghanistan, political turmoil. Bangladesh, political turmoil. Correct? Pakistan, always political turmoil. Nepal, Burma, all Bhutan is going to have problems. When all the neighbors and problem, you understand India is exceptionally doing good just because of some fate. Any time there can be problem in India. Don't think we are in peace. And don't think the development and all these advertisement what we're making is real. A lot of bogus things happening around. Right? Once, probably 10 years back, people made clay pots in their houses. Now they know making clay pots is not good enough to buy a cell phone. They stopped. All the traditional Indian production stopped now. Even near to my state is Tamil Nadu, where they used to have padaks. Shivakashi was the capital of all the crackers made in India. The best crackers. Now all of them shut down because China crackers are coming cheaper. And made in India will become Chinese crackers will come, wrap it on an Indian paper and then sell it. Nothing is done. It's all bogus advertisement. It will not stay for longer. India will become more and more in trouble in the years to come. It's not a very stable situation. So, every country there are problems.
So ultimately money matters, isn't it?
Economics is what governs the world. Once upon a time, you can imagine UK was ruling all the, you know one country where they don't learn history? UK. Because if they teach their history to their people, they will say, what stupid government is this? Once upon a time you were ruling the whole world, now nothing. They are the people who are Commonwealth, Unite. The UN and all started by UK. Correct? Now it will happen, they will have to apply for a membership. Because UK is United Kingdom. That United Kingdom is gone, they become only a small country. UN can ask which country you are. We don't know you. Go out. They'll ask to apply for membership. What a situation is this? And you see in UK, 50% of the richest people are now from the Gulf countries. Every hotel. You go to any university where I was there, in the universities when the certificate distribution, convocation is happening, you will see a lot of people from China. 50% China, 30% Gulf, and 20% is only from Europe. I mean, Gulf means most of the Indian Gulf students also go there. Understood? So, it is not a stable situation. So, most of the powerful country, they lost. India is becoming great doesn't mean that India is great. Other countries have gone down, therefore we are up. You know what is poverty line, right? The poverty line is there. India is, lot of people are above poverty line. Why? We have put the poverty line itself in the down. So that everybody will be up. It is not that everybody jumped the old poverty line. So it's only statistics. The world is not very stable. We are going to have bigger challenges. You can imagine, I keep saying every college is a soft jail. Every college is a soft jail. You are all kept here not because philosophy, BA will get you job. We want you not to create problems in the society. So that so many wardens are kept there. They are all teachers. And the wardens will look and then keep you in the room for every half an hour. When you have an exam coming, so 3 years you will not think anything else. After 3 years, somehow you will get married to produce children. Then they will start from KG to UG and PG and then finished. Your life is gone. By the time, no revolt will happen from you. Revolution will not happen. Revolution happens only when you are out in the 18 to 21 age. She is thinking, is it this? What you want? I keep saying every engineering college is also, every MBA college is also soft jail. The advantage is the children can say my mother is only 8th grade failed. Now their children can say my mother is a MBA. That's it. No other job. Job is one and the same every time. That's how government is popularizing education. You can imagine if there is a strict evaluation and everybody in 10th class fails, 12th class fails, what will happen to the people? No admission for all the children. What will happen?
Revolt.
Revolt. Society chaos. That is what is happening in Africa. You know the best job for all the people who are on the street, they will all be looking at internet. Africa, the problem is internet is very costly. You want everybody to be peaceful. Somebody said peace is life, right? Give internet connection. Finished. Everybody will be busy on that, looking at what is happening in different country, all the movies and all. There will be no, and food has to be given. That's it. They will peacefully live. Africa, people are in revolting. Lot of civil war. Probably one of the. I was talking to Tanzania people recently. I was telling them, internet is costly. That's a problem. All problems can be solved. Put a lot of internet, make them busy seeing all the. Finished. For every problem, we don't have great solutions. Production. India's problem is only population.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, in South Asia, India is dominating like the big brother concept. Do you think that right now this concept, India is big brother concept is diluted? Big brother concept in South Asia.
South Asia, India. Why South Asia? Another maybe 2030. By 2030, India will become third powerful nation in the whole world.
Right now this concept is diluted. I seen the article regarding Hindu newspaper. And this concept right now India is kind of facing a lot of the problems regarding the brotherhood concept because we dominate in South Asia. Right now we dominate all over the world.
It is that I am saying. The Gulf countries are not happy with what we are doing. So Gulf people will start creating problems. Once upon a time, we created, until 1971, the post office for UAE was Bombay. The chapa has to be Indian post. And even the old people, I keep traveling to UAE, all the Gulf countries. All the people will even call their dharams as rupee only even now. Because in childhood they have called it as rupee only. The transaction was in Indian rupee. So it's a new country. It's only a new country, 50-year-old country. They are celebrating 50th independence, right? But you see the power they have. You must see Saudi Arabia's new project. A beautiful city, 200 kilometer long, wide, very eco-friendly. Water is also cheaper than probably what we get in India. Great project. I was talking about Environment Day. I had a lecture. I was quoting Saudi Arabia's. I was there. My last visit, 2018. I was there in Riyadh.
Right now, many billionaire and millionaire people migrated from India to foreign. And what are the reasons? Why is it? As a woman, you get from winners.
No, see, migrating to some other country is not a problem. The problem is they don't come back. Earlier, people were migrating, they used to come back. Understood? Now, people don't want to come back. Why everybody? When I was graduating, I got a fellowship in Canada. I didn't go. Because that time, all my cousins, if I count, 47 of them were educated with post-graduation. Only one person went abroad. Now I have got more than all our cousins together, 47. We have got 300 children all together. 300 of them, 278 are abroad. There are only very few in India. I have got 4 houses. Everything will be vacated. Abandoned houses in Kerala will become 50% and more. Nobody will be there. When you go to Alappuzha, that's a beautiful place. You go, so many houses are vacant. Ask who are there? For last 50 years, nobody came there. They all left to America. Abandoned houses. Population is increasing in some pockets, but some other places, what happens is they're all going abroad. So it is why because the problem is they have a different life there and they don't have attachment to this country. Number one, we started teaching. You go to Punjab. I was traveling through Punjab. You will see only advertisement: go to Germany, migrate to Canada, migrate to America. Only that IELTS exam, GRE exam, and if you don't pass, also they will give you some pass certificate and throw you to that place. Only it makes money. You want all certificates, 5 lakhs rupees. You will be in Canada. That is why Canada government is very strict now. They are throwing people out. Canadian visa we will not get. My brother wanted to go, he didn't get it. Now I have to go in February. I don't know whether I will get it or not. Doubtful. They will not give. They become very strict. The present government is very strict. See, the problem is polarization. I went to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has got 2 portions. The southern portion talks Sinhala. The northern portion speaks Tamil. This partition was done by Britishers so that India will not get united to Sri Lanka. Why? They want Sri Lanka to support. During the Pakistan-India war, America's fueling station was Sri Lanka. Now China started using it. Now Sri Lanka will be in the capture of. There is a place in China where you have to enter, everybody has to take a ticket. Even Chinese, Sri Lankan people have to take a ticket, but Chinese people don't have to take. In your own country, to go inside a market, you need a ticket. And we had a friend who was looking like a Chinese fellow, he was entered. And another Sri Lankan fellow was stopped. Why he was entered? He was from Tibet, so he was looking like a Chinese fellow. Recently when we went, he said, he's a Tibetan. He was looking like he's good enough. Imagine, in your own country, you cannot go to market without tickets. That is how they capture. So, politics is a big play. Development is a different word. Progress is a different word. Learn it very carefully. Progress and development. It has to be different.
So why are we discussing these theories when they do not apply to the global world?
No, see, we have to learn history so that from there we can learn a lot of things, and so politically the strategy people can understand all this.
But by understanding these things are not being applied.
It is applied. You are not knowing what is happening in the city, but we know what is happening inside the government. I was part of the government, right? Understood. But we will not tell the way it is to be told to the public. Got it? We may do something which is underground for some purpose. We will make some problem. Actual problem is not that. We cannot tell that problem. So we will do something else and catch people wherever we want. I was policing, right? So my job is that. So these are all undercover programs. Even if there is a terrorist activity, the terrorist activity will not be told to the local people. They will say somebody is hiding there, we want to catch him. Some other galate will make. Sometimes even the papers we are distributing is also something else. All that happens under government. Even politicians may not know that. It's not politics. It's a bureaucratic activity. Intelligence activity. That needs to be done very carefully. But the problem is government takes a policy that different policies, it impacts for a long time. Chalo? Tata bye bye. So I must thank. What a great name, no? What's her name? Subasini. Sumadhura?
No, it is not Subasini.
Yeah.
It is Subasini.
See, that is the problem with the Bangla, North India, South India. See, my name is S-A-S-I-K-U-M-A-R. If I would have been in North India, it would have been S-H-A-S-H-A-K-U-M-A-R. Correct? Shashi Kumar. No, it's not Shashi Kumar. If it is in Tamil, there is no Sha at all. There is only Cha. So if I go to Tamil and you don't know how to read, my name will be read as Chachi Kumar. Understood? That is why I always call me DrTPS. So there is no confusion. Shashi, Shashi, Shashi. Somewhere they will use SA and SHI. That is also there. So many are there.
So at least
Subhashini is Subhashini. Bhashini. Sumadhura Bhashini. Correct? The words are Madhuram.
there are three names: Subhasini,
Sini.
Suhasini, and Subasini.
Suhasini is also there. Smiling.
Three different aspects.
So
One
which are
is
you?
fragrance.
You don't want to say good words or bad words.
None of them is bad.
Yeah. Actually, there is no bad word. Mixing good words will make you a bad meaning. Dog is a good animal. Sun is also a good animal. Correct? But when you get angry, you will mix them together and say, right?
At least I expect a final message to our young generation.
You should always be busy. That is my life is filled with a lot of activities. 200% busy. What gets you is not a problem. I never know why I am learning, but I started learning. But I found that it has given its some merit in here. Some places. Office also. Nimisham jolidam sreyam nadu dhumayitum chiram. What is my message? Nimisham, repeat. Nimisham jolidam sreyam nadu dhumayitum chiram. Dhuma means smoke. Smoke means there is fire inside. Then only smoke will come. All of you have fire. But what you do is you cover it and don't show it. No use. Nimisham jolitam sreyam. Every moment be a fire. Every moment be like a fire. That is what is essential. Nimisham jolitam sreyam. Natu dhumayitum chiram. Never become a smoke. You want to react, react it. You want to scold somebody, scold. Don't use sound. Without sound you can scold, right? Your satisfaction you should get it. That's it. Nimisham jolitam sreyam natu dhumayitum chiram. Very, very essential. That is lacking today. People have become so lazy. The biggest problem, Swami Vivekananda told, Tushni Bhava. Lazy people are there in this country. If all the people are so powerful, good. You look at DrTPS Pakistan. You will see 7th class child interviewing me to know what a space scientist in India is doing. I have not seen in this big country, great country, even a college student really wanted to interview to know what I am doing. Understood? And that 7th class girl, after interview when it is telecasted, the mother comes and says, I also want to interview. आप उर्दू में बात करेगा क्या? I said I can speak and understand little Urdu. I can speak in my Hindi, but I don't want to do that. Come back after 2 weeks, learn English to ask questions. And she comes back with learning English, all the questions translated, learned, and then comes back. Can you show one Indian woman like that? We have become lazy. See, they have trouble. The trouble made them to raise up. We never had troubles. We are all enjoying. That's a problem. That's what we are saying. We have 5,000 vacancies of IAS in India. 5,000. We don't have people who are qualified. Understood? First, you should behave like a civil service. Then only you can become that. First is acting like that, then being that. I want to think about becoming a police. I should become like a police automatically. Looking at him, your style has to be like a police. Then you can become tomorrow a police. You have to internalize it first. That should become part of your life. You need lot of, we have lot of vacancies, but people are not there. We need lot of people in politics, good fellows. Why old fellows are still ruling? Because we don't have good people coming up. We say that, no, I don't get power, position, that's why I'm not. You should gain it. That's your ability if you want. Make your image. Decide that this is what I want to do. Draw a graph. Anyway, you are taken birth. Until your death, you have to live. You decide how do you want to live. Identify a reason for your life. Create an image. Image building. That's one of my portfolio. Image building. How do you make your image? That needs a committed life. That needs a committed following, not once in a while. Good enough? Thank you. So thank you. Deshbandhu. Great name, no? College name itself is great, right? Deshbandhu, Atmabandhu. Yes. Thank you. Keep it. I will get you, no? Don't want?
No, no. It's okay.
Announce for group photo.
Group photo. मेरे को भी करना है. Okay.
Announce.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your insightful address and for engaging so meaningfully with us. Your ability to merge science and spirituality, two domains that often seem worlds apart, is truly inspirational. We are deeply honored by your presence today. Your insights have definitely enriched us, just as they have enriched so many others. Before we conclude today's event, I would like to call Dr. Bharat sir, another esteemed member of our department, philosophy department, to share final thoughts with us and formally thank all those who have contributed to making today's event a success.
Thank you, Deepa. On the behalf of Philosophy Department and Deshbandhu College, I would like to thanks DrTPS of providing a scientific lens to see the philosophy. Sir, मुझे तो लगता है कि आपका नाम ही काफ़ी है, डॉक्टर टीपीएस. इतने शॉर्ट नोटिस में जो आपके नाम से भी इतना हमारा जो आज का प्रोग्राम मीनिंगफुल रहा, सार्थक रहा. ये हो सकता है कि आपके नाम की भी सार्थकता है हमारे सार्थक होने में. इसी क्रम में मैं अपने कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल प्रोफेसर रजत कुमार पांडे सर को भी धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूँ. प्रोफेसर सुनील कायत सर जो हमारे वाइस प्रिंसिपल हैं, उन्होंने पूरा टाइम दिया. इसके साथ ही हमारे कॉलेज के बहुत सारे फैकल्टी मेंबर्स ने हमारे आज के इस प्रोग्राम को सार्थक किया. मैं मैम का नाम नहीं जानता, साक्षी मैम ने भी पूरा टाइम दिया, तो आपको भी थैंक्स मैम. और स्टूडेंट, आज मुझे लग रहा था कि कॉलेज में कुछ कम स्टूडेंट्स हैं. हम लोग थोड़ा सा थे कि सर आ रहे हैं, पता नहीं कैसे होगा, लेकिन आज आप लोगों का कोऑपरेशन, ये लगा कि फिलॉसफी के प्रति आप लोगों का जो एक दृष्टिकोण है, वो आप लोगों को देख करके लगता है कि हम लोगों को भी फिलॉसफी के लिए और भी कुछ अच्छा करना चाहिए. मैं इसमें आप लोग सुबासिनी मैम को थैंक्स कह सकते हैं. इन सारी चीज़ों का श्रेय सुबासिनी मैम को जाता है कि टाइम टू टाइम जो है वो पूरे देश से जो है स्कॉलर्स को सर्च करती हैं और कोई भी आपको बेहतर प्रोवाइड करने का मौका गंवाना नहीं चाहती. कल मैम को पता चला, कल सर ने कंफर्म किया और मैम ने एक दिन में 24 आवर में ये प्रोग्राम अरेंज किया है. और मुझे आप लोगों को देख करके, हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को देख करके, जो फिलॉसफी के भी हैं, नॉन फिलॉसफी के भी हैं, एनसीसी के भी स्टूडेंट्स दिख रहे हैं, आप लोगों को दिल से बहुत बहुत आभार. सो थैंक यू सो मच सर, अगेन थैंक यू सो मच.